And we are live. Hello, everyone. It's good to see you. Hi, Lalit.
Hi, Debra, and all of you wonderful light bearers out there. Welcome.
This is my favorite day of the week.
Absolutely.
Friday with Lalit.
Friday with all you guys.
And Cynthia, you get the cookie. So exciting. And so you said, hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much. So exciting. Whoops. So sorry. And so I don't know what happened there. She says, pray that your weekend was wonderful as the two of you. Isn't that sweet? This is what I live for all week. You're so sweet. She says, the stars have nothing good to say. Is that true? Look out, people. It seems we're in for a ride. Is that true? Is this going to be a dumpster fire?
Yeah.
Oh, she goes, yeah. Wanted to say hi.
I thought about talking about it a little bit last week. I remember before the show started, I said, look, I have all this saying, and I think I'm just going to cut that part and leave it with the happy feeling and talk about that other stuff next time. So here we are.
So Donna says she is not feeling good. Can everyone just like send her some
Donna
healing bullets? Oh, I'm so sorry. And she's going to go ahead and go to bed, and she wants me to remind Lalit about the astrology.
Yes, I'm thinking about it all the time. I just got my website functional. It's not open, it's not transferred entirely yet, but anytime now. Yes.
Any minute now. I love that. SR, good to see you. I didn't know that it was Canadian Thanksgiving this weekend. I would have come over for turkey. Is turkey a thing for your Thanksgiving? I don't know. It might just be us. And Marby, I have your question starred, sweetheart. And I'm just reading really quick. And I can't very well without my glasses, but you know.
It should be Thanksgiving every day of the year.
I know. CJ's here. Marby, Maureen, Delphi. Healing the ones, that don't feel good. That's good. Maureen again. Bora, it's good to have you back. We've missed you, sweetheart. And reversed images. Yay! How did you do that with your printing? Happy Friday. And Charlie, Sage of Fire. Hello. Rose is here. Cynthia. Again, Tiffany, it's very nice to see you. Lauren is here. Maria is Grateful is here. Well, we got a full house tonight. Thank you, everyone. Maria is great. Mary Thornberry is here. Kelly McCall, hello, dear. Appreciate you coming in. So, and CJ, thank you for being a member. I have been not doing enough for my members. When my book is done, it's up for pre-order now. And so I'm all about that. And I'm going to be promoting it. You know, I'm just I remind you that I'm always a one trick pony, so I can only do one thing at a time. Kathleen, very nice to see you. Only do one thing at a time. So after my book is done, then I'm going to go back to YouTube. But
you're going to give us the title?
What's that?
You're going to give us the title?
I Have Your Number is the title. Yes, it's
remembering now.
Yeah,
and you got a website with the same name.
Yeah, I got a YouTube
that
channel.
Is a great name.
I like
so
it.
Did you send off any papers or anything on this weekend, or are you going to wait?
Papers of
the thing you asked me for a good day to send something off.
Oh. I think I don't know if I'm going to do anything. My life sort of changed yesterday. So, you know, everyone has it. You walk along, you're riding your bike, and all of a sudden a curb, right? It startles you awake, and it makes you stop and reassess. Am I okay? Is the curb okay? Is the bike okay? And so that is what I've been doing since yesterday. So I can't think of anything else I'm going to do yet. My life just kind of stopped for a couple of days, but I'll be back doing a bunch of stuff. So everyone, Lalit has a presentation. Then we'll do readings. When I'm out of the scene, please write your questions in capital letters, and at the end of the show, we'll be doing that. So, are you ready? Do you want a drum roll? I don't have one, but
yeah, we need a snare drum, a military style, in the honor of the planet Mars.
Oh, Mars is coming. I should have made
Mars is coming. Mars is coming. Mars is coming.
All right, have fun.
Hi, everybody. So nice to see you all. So, yes, let's have just a little look at the chart that I'm going to be talking about. And you know, the big news, the big events that we have been having recently have been involving Neptune and Saturn have been sort of dominant. And that is influence of leading us into cosmic consciousness, because we have Neptune has together with Saturn building structure, of new structure for our spirit world, and our growth with spirit, and our ability to channel spirit into this world of 3D is expanding. So we've got that with Pluto and Uranus still going, but we have the situation for the next few weeks is going to be driven by Mars. And I just didn't want to bring it up last week. I had it planned in the show, and I told Debra just before it started, I'm going to stop here and not talk about that the Mars influence, because let's leave on a positive note. But it's not that, Mars, it doesn't mean you are going to experience something negative, because remember, you can never experience something that you are not the vibration of. So if you keep yourself immersed in the Neptunian cosmic consciousness realm, which you can do because you are the ruler of how your thoughts are going and what you focus on. So you want to be doing some clear meditation, the heart chakra thing that we talked about last week, and every day focus your energy so you don't get your feathers ruffled, because there's going to be those other people that are not in the cosmic consciousness camp that are going to be doing other things that are not going to be in our law, in our field of vision. If you can just focus on the cosmic consciousness side and always look for the positive side of the bad things that can happen to you, because they aren't bad if you have a positive attitude. You can make something good out of it. So when those little bumps in the road, I don't know what happened to Debra. I hope she's not physically hurt, but you might expect some bumps in the road, and people that might seem very aggressive and argumentative. So let's look at that energy a little bit, because you can channel your own feelings into giving you a better experience. But here's what's happening. Mercury, which is the planet of communication, also of trips. So people who are traveling are going to be having some tough times. So Mercury is moved into a conjunction with Mars. It had just moved into Scorpio, and then it's its own, and Mars rules Scorpio. So this Scorpio energy is especially strong because we're in this rulership of Scorpio, which emphasizes the Martian energy. And we've had an aspect of Mercury square Pluto, which is the upper octave of Mars, also a ruler of Scorpio. So we've had a square aspect, which is challenging and difficulties and struggling between Mercury, Pluto, and Mars. And then Neptune, that we've been talking about, is still in Aries, the other rulership of Mars. And we have all kinds of Uranian influence and Aquarian influence with Pluto and Uranus. So the stuff is hitting the fire, shall we say. And those people who have let's say in the lower vibration category of people, are going to be up in arms, and there's going to be some struggling and fighting and argumentativeness, and this is happening. So it's not going to go on forever. Okay, this is a clearing out of the colon, let's say, and these are going to be many people doing things that this group would never consider, and you don't need to get involved in the fray. You're not necessarily. Everyone can be perfectly safe if you just keep cool and do your meditation and that kind of thing. You're not going to be negatively affected by it, and you don't want to be thinking about it in a negative way. Just every time those thoughts come to you, which they will, because it's only natural, when you see police in Portland or Chicago or LA, or you see what ICE is doing, it's very upsetting. But we have to understand that there is some aspects of American society that have been not the way they should be since the country began, because it began with, the basis of slavery, and neither women nor colored black people could vote. And so we have issues to resolve, and that's what's happening. And you'll be okay. It's not Armageddon fighting everywhere, just sporadic little things here and there. And we'll see a lot of things going on in the legal system that are really weird and terrible, but they are not going to continue. That will all be ironed out. So don't worry. This is going to bring us to a place, because we have to sweep out all the gunk, and it's not easy. So don't be perturbed by it. It's very temporary. It's going to last a few weeks. Let me tell you the timing of these events. Oh, are you not seeing the chart? Is that right? I thought I had showed it, but I didn't. You've been looking at my face all that time. All right. Mercury is together with Mars right now. They're both in Scorpio. They're both in square aspect to Pluto. This 0 degrees thing. That's a square, and not in a very challenging aspect. Influencing those is Neptune and in Aries at 0 degrees and Saturn. And then we've got Uranus in Gemini. Now there's another thing here about volcanic energy looking very fierce. And I think that there will be a lot of volcanic activity, volcanic eruptions and earthquakes and stuff due to this thing. And it's going to, the Earth is, Mother Gaia is having to let off some steam and ground things. And that kind of energy comes out in earthquakes and tectonic plate movement, and that's all part of the cleansing process. We have a trine in air between Pluto, Uranus, and Venus. Now, Venus is not in an air sign, it's in Earth, but the other two are air, so we call it a trine in air. And this is energy free flowing. Now, normally a trine is a wonderful aspect, but between Uranus and Pluto, you have some heavy duty tectonic plates moving.
We still don't see your chart. I don't know if you think the chart is.
You don't see it. I see it on my end over here.
There we go. I see it now.
Oh my goodness. All right. Oh, I'm so sorry. All right, I'll point them really quickly. Mars and Mercury are conjunct. They are in a challenging aspect to Pluto. Pluto is in a grand trine and with other air signs, Uranus, and also Venus is involved, and the Saturn-Neptune thing. We have a grand trine, which is free-flowing energy. Normally, a grand trine is a wonderful thing, and it is good, Deborah. This is in air. This is good for publishing and writing and all of that. So you're going to want to get your things sent out before Mercury goes retrograde. That'll be toward the end of the month. I think on the 20th. I wrote it down on the paper I think it's the 20th. But anyway, this energy between Pluto and Uranus and Mars is free flowing, which in a normal thing, like if you're talking about love relationships, you want a trine, which you have positive energy flowing freely, but this is very volcanic in nature. And you could expect some tectonic plate movement and some volcanoes and some big changes in the earth, which has to ground all of the energies that are floating around. And it will involve some things of that nature. So energy is very intense and very volatile. So Mars, Pluto, and Mercury is a lot of argumentativeness. So let me talk about this a little. Let me get my other thing up here. So there are Pluto's at 1 degree of Aquarius, Mercury at 0 Scorpio. That's the energy of manipulation and control, power issues, and Mercury mental things. There's also health, and argumentativeness is the key word here. It could be transmuted into passion by more advanced people, but it's really the gladiator sort of style of fighting is definitely possible happening on the world stage. Power plays, and also struggling between personal freedom and the tyrannical oppressive power. With Pluto still in the south of the ecliptic, south out of bounds, we mentioned it last week, people are going to be rising up. And this is the first thing. And the people rising up will be successful in causing the energy to move in a direction that is better for humanity, and humanitarian problems that we're having right now are going to be taken care of eventually. But on the world stage, you're going to see deep, dark secrets revealed. Pluto and Mars and Mercury, this is secrets that have been kept hidden. And we're really feeling that square energy in the higher octave of Mars. It's blatantly aggressive, out front, in your face aggression. Rather, there has been a lot of steam building up with Pluto. It's been not hidden and not seen, but the people are beginning to take power into their hands, and it's going to be a little bit heavy. So just be cautious, and if you're invited to a place where people you think you might not get along with exactly, you might consider passing, stay home, just to avoid confrontational situations. But this problem with Mercury and Mars is that Mercury is going to be going forward. It'll pass Mars, and then it gets to the end of here, and it goes backwards. And then it has another conjunction with Mars, and that one is going to happen on the 20th of, it'll happen on the 20th in 19 degrees of Scorpio. So it's going to be prolonged because Mercury goes back and forth, and it's a whole lot longer than it normally would, because Mercury moves quickly normally, but we're stuck in this mire for a few weeks. So if you have planets near that degree, 20 degrees of Scorpio, or other things near that, well, that's a sensitive point. And so, I have Moon in Scorpio in the 12th house in that place. And so that's a sensitive point. So just be ready, be prepared, expect the unexpected, walk on eggshells, take precautions, try to always be compassionate to people and understand that there are people that just don't get it right now. They just don't, and nothing you can do will convince them. So you have to just bless them, and soon this earth is going to be purged of a lot of these people. So traveling is going to be a little bit rough. Here's an interesting FYI. Charlie Kirk, in his natal chart, had this exact thing: Mercury and Mars conjunct in Scorpio. He was born with this. That's synchronistic kind of sign, but that's, if he had had an astrologer, he wouldn't have been out there in that crowd. So really watch the company. This is a problem with being in bad company. So you need to restrict your, if you can, restrict your dealings in person with people that are not the argumentative type like that, both in word and action. So make up some excuse or something not to go. Be ready to say no. Be ready to say no. That's it. For people that are short-fused people or might cause problems, just stay away from it. And there's going to be a lot of legal things and criminal things and unpleasant stuff going on. And the ring of fire, as I mentioned, is going to be bubbling and sending out a lot of energy. But this is the new age. In Indian astrology, I mentioned last time, March 23rd was the end, this March, the end of the Kali Yuga. This is thousands of years called the age of darkness, which is left. And we are entering the age of light, but we're in the shadow realm. And the next few weeks are going to be backpedaling a little bit into things that are not what we want. So you have to keep your perspective in the positive part, and you can still see things and look for the positive outcomes that are going to be happening and focus on that. All of this is happening when the 331A Atlas is coming and 6 comets. So this is the cosmic consciousness side of things will also be activated. So both sides of this are being energized, and there's just a division between people, those that are in the cosmic consciousness camp and those that are in the Mars camp. And it's very clear to see. This is a stupid joke. Maybe I shouldn't say it, but I heard someone say, you can't fix stupid, but the red hats make them easier to identify. Sorry. So you know who they are. So you have to forgive, be in Jesus, do what Jesus would do. You be compassionate and kind to the stranger. Say to those people that are doing something really terrible, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. They really don't know, and they really don't get it, and you're not going to be able to explain it to them if they haven't figured it out. So focus on your own well-being and do whatever you can to make yourself feel healthier, feel more centered. If you're getting a massage would help you, or a healing session, do that. But do put some time aside for your own well-being, to center your thinking and your spiritual energy, to do some meditation every day, because you're going to need that centering, because things are going to be a bit crazy. But the scale has tipped, and this is a reaction to the fact that those people who thought they were going to be grabbing power and ruling the world are finding out that it's slipping away from them. So they'll be reacting to that. And remember the breathing thing that we did last week. If you didn't hear it, you could tune in last week's session to do that. Yes, you need to do that. I'm going to be making some meditation tapes with music and speaking to help people through this time. That's just something I'm working on now. So this thing of Mars being conjunct Mercury, and it's happening right at the time that we're having these comets come in. So we're having an augmentation of both sides, on both polarities. The spiritual part and the warlike part are both being energized, and the confrontations are going to be strong. So keep centered, and if you are doing things that are not if you don't fall into their camp by negative thinking, keep yourself strong, because you can't help us if you're thinking too much about the negative things. So keep your focus strong, and don't let them knock you off your center, or as Debra says, knock you off your happy. Don't let that happen. And you are in control of that. You really are. You say, but this, but that. No, nothing, because how you see the world comes from inside of you, not from the outside. And your world is created from the inside out. It's not the other way around as people think, but there's these bad things happening and that makes me feel bad. No, it doesn't work that way. You actually create your realm by the way that you feel, and the way that you feel about it is what you can control. You can control that. I'm not saying that we're all the avatar like Jesus said could be on the cross and saying forgive them. They don't know what they're doing. That's like a pinnacle, and we're not at that point maybe, but you will be able to get your feelings under control if you do a little bit of exercising every day and start your morning that way. So, and do little things throughout the day to keep you on track. It's going to be a bumpy ride. So there, we have it. Yeah. But look what we're going into. We're entering, this whole thing is going to take up to almost 2050, but that's how long it will take to get a completely new world that you can't even imagine. Worlds with free energy, with healthcare for everyone, and healthcare that has really changed, not up a notch, because our friends, our galactic friends, are going to give us a lot of help in health and cleanup of the planet, managing the planet in a way that will be beneficial for all. And it's going to be worth it. People will look back at this moment and say, boy, that was really rough. And they'll be grateful that we helped pull everybody through. So don't lose the faith. There you go.
Thank you. I love that. I could have done without the 2050 thing because I'll be dead by then. I always think, oh, tomorrow.
No, that's like the culmination when everything is finalized. But I mean, 2020, at the end of next year, we're going to be having such big changes. That's when it starts.
Yeah, so one universal year next year. Lots of new things.
Oh yeah. That reminds me, there was something I wanted to say that I didn't get to say. There is Jupiter and Saturn square. Anytime Jupiter and Saturn get together, big things happen. I mean, big. It's the thing's really nexus point of the turning point. And so these are big changes that determine a turning point for everybody. And that's another factor that's a really big one. And this is there's like a 14-year cycle. Well, it's 28 years for the whole thing to go around. And every time that it happens, it's some big news. So the big changes that are from the foundation up. So that's what's happening. And it's going to be painful for those people who are going to be losing power, and they're going to put up a fight, but they're not winning because we are more powerful than they are. There's a lot more of us than there are of them. So keep the faith and try to stay happy. You feeling good is the key to it all. And you can do that in any circumstance. You can feel good. So remember that it's you that controls how you feel, not the outside.
Mm-hmm.
So watch how you're feeling and keep it happy. Look inside for that thing that gives you happiness. I always think of my kitties. Then I can't help but be happy. Whatever it is that rings your bell, you do that.
You do that. Do more of that.
Got permission. I'm giving you permission to go out and you can have fun and do things that you really do, something that you'd really enjoy. I noticed here in Las Vegas, they've got the Wizard of Oz in the Sphere, where they've made a Wizard of Oz show that's 3D and that involves interactive with the people. I want to go see that. So do something that you want to do for fun.
That would be fun. That's in Vegas?
Yeah. At the Sphere.
At the Sphere? I've never been there.
Oh man, that's something. The first time I saw it, I almost had a car wreck. When I turned the corner and saw it, I went, it was just like, whoa. I mean, I had been seeing it for a long time, but never saw it in full bloom. I'd been see them build it for a few years. It took years to build, but what an adventure in there. It's a 3D experience.
So I've watched YouTube videos about Vegas not having many tourism, and of course the Canadians aren't coming and the Europeans aren't coming. That's mostly in Florida, but Canada usually comes down to Vegas. Have you noticed?
I don't go into the city. I don't live in Las Vegas. I live in Henderson, and it's a small town. And I don't go there. I haven't been there for a long time. I can see the sphere where I live, though, even though it's kind of far away. I can see it, and it's really amazing. So I can't really tell you about people, although I watched the casino report, and there was a strange thing. They give the quarterly numbers, and they always put it on the news because everybody needs to know, because it sort of depends on what's going on around town. So
True.
all the casinos were down, and the average was between 2 and 6%, which is not that bad, except for the local casino chain, the station casinos owned by the Fertitta brothers. We had these giant local casinos like Red Rock, Green Valley Ranch, Station, Sunset Station, Palace Station. There's a bunch of them everywhere, Aliante, and those had their best quarter in history. Their best quarter in history. Those are the local places where local people go to.
They're doing something. They're
yeah.
Red Dragon says, I like Old Vegas. Yeah, I do too, because I used to have fun.
I don't mean downtown. Downtown has some station casinos, but I didn't mean that. They're not downtown. These are the ones that are out more where local people live, and local people go there. They have the bowling alleys, the restaurants, the shows, the movies. If you go to a movie, I remember one time I was trying to find a movie with my son, and we had an address. We were driving on. We can't find a movie theater. Where is it? There's no movie theater here, and it was in the casino. We didn't, didn't occur to us that we're looking at it right there. But that's where local people do, and they have their best quarter in history.
I think it's because of that. There's a new resort fee. That everyone's so they have the room for $150, and then a $50 resort fee on top of that they don't tell you.
And then they make you pay for parking, and we're not going to do that.
Pay your parking and pay for a drink and all that stuff. So
no.
Yeah.
So
it's
our big season doesn't start until January, and this is the end of the year. It's always bad.
Okay.
So January is our big month, because Las Vegas does not make its money on tourists. They make their money on conventions and business people that come for business shows like CES and the Broadcasters Convention, and the Cowboys started off in December with the rodeo, and it's one convention after another, and that is where Las Vegas makes the money. So people aren't really, nobody's panicking yet. By then we should see some significant changes in the way things are going.
It's interesting assortment of humans. Yes, for sure. All right. Well, let's get on to some readings. Oh, okay, there we are. I've got Maureen. Reverse.
I lost my page with that StreamYard. I'll find it.
You lost the page for StreamYard?
I'll find it. It's one of my tabs I have to open.
We still
I don't see the StreamYard thing. It's just
you. You're still coming in.
Okay. It's so here. I know you're here.
I want everyone to hear.
I'll find you.
We're over here. Maureen, I've got reverse images. Tiffany's on this. I've got Cynthia, Mary Thornberry, Red Dragon, Kelly, SR, and Maureen again. So, okay, Maureen, I'm going to remind Lalit that you want a general reading, but you have Taurus and Aries. So she said, Maureen says, this is interesting. She says, wow, I'm noticing that I have a lot of planet placements in Aries and Taurus for me in my natal chart. So it looks like she went into the packet you sent her.
Yes.
And did exactly what we're hoping everyone would do, is to look at where they are.
So are we talking about Maureen D'Amico?
Yes. Oh, that's right. You can't see us.
I can't see you. I can't find it still. I just lost it. It's here somewhere. I'll find it.
But that's why she gives you these great packets of information. So when you get it, you can bring it into the class and say, oh, this is where, some of this planets are real spicy. And then you can look at where those planets are in your natal chart and do it that way. So Marby, but wait a minute. Where is my Cynthia? Cynthia, you were first, right? Or reverse images was first. I don't know. There we go. Okay, wait a minute. I have to remove you. I have to remove someone.
Did I mess it up?
No, what I did was I kicked the other Lalit out.
Oh.
It literally says that if you want to remove someone, kick them out.
Okay. I'm sorry, I had to open a new link.
Well, that's all right. We were here now. So Cynthia, I'm going to read for you first because you got the cookie, and you would like to have a general reading. My favorite. So what happened last week for people? Maybe I can ask Lalit to look at the live comments while I look at the starred comments. Will you be able to find them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got them.
So, oh, wow. I've got a couple of 5s and a 7 here for Cynthia. So the very first card out, which tells me the subject, is a major card telling me that this is about your spiritual, I'll say spiritual good health. How about that? I'll do it that way. And I've got the 7 of Cups, meaning that you've got a lot of options. Your mind is going kind of in and out of exciting things and options. Got a lot of options. Oh, hi, Denise Fletcher Tarot. Good to see you. And then I have the Empress, which is getting back to Spirit is asking, because this is a spiritual for the topic. Spirit is asking you to get back into nature, pick up a handful of dirt, throw a rock in a stream, that kind of stuff. All of that counts. Now, what's odd is that I've got the 2 5s, which is the 5 of Pentacles, feeling like you don't have enough, and the 5 of Cups, a little bit of guilt and remorse. Now, they're only 5s. Anyone who's studying tarot and they're afraid of the 5s coming out, the 5 of Wands is all about bickering. 5 of Swords is all about arguing. They're only 5s. they're pretty fleeting. So it's just that Spirit is wanting you to understand that you have enough and there's no need to feel bad about anything you say and do. That balance is coming. I've got the 2 of Pentacles. Balance is coming. So if there's a dip in your good feeling and your goodwill this coming week, it will be because of I'd like to say stinking thinking with the 5s. I don't have enough. I can't do enough. Or I regret I didn't do enough or did do too much, that kind of stuff. So that's what's coming up for your week. Did you get anything? Let me see.
I have Cynthia. Do you remember me saying that 20 degrees of Scorpio is the sensitive spot? You've got your conjunction of Saturn and Moon, which is the most sensitive spot in your horoscope. I'm looking at it
Makes
here.
sense.
It's in 20 degrees of Scorpio. And that's your nexus of difficulties. So the next few weeks are going to, and that is in the house of your family. But you knew that already, in the fourth house of family. So things are going, it's going to be a really rough time for you in that area. In the family, and these things will affect your health and your psyche all at once. That's we have the T-square.
If you allow it.
Yeah, if you allow it. Now, in the positive side, you have, on the positive side, you have, this is really funny. I mean, it's really, it's small. It's a small chart, so you're not going to be able to really see it. But you have see all the square red things. These are the challenges of your life. And this is the part you've had, where the root of all your difficulties. And this involves male people in your family, especially, but family issues really badly, and it affects your health. Now, your positive aspect here is the 12th house, Uranus and Jupiter conjunct, which is fantastic, in the 12th house of Cancer, which is you want to have the perfect family and the love that you deserve, but this has been a problem for you. So you have to do what we were just talking about. This is the Neptunian, sweet, loving, kind part of you. And you immerse yourself in that. And if your family has made choices that don't agree with what you're doing, you really can't force them, because they have their own karma, and you have to let them make the mistake that might be very painful to you. But it's going to be a bit painful for the next few weeks in this area. You've got 20 degrees, exactly the center of that. So,
right. A general reading for reversed images, my sweet friend. Wait a minute. I got to grab another deck here. Just a second. There it is. All right, so the very first card out is Wands, which is action. And when I look at the rest of the reading, I have no action. So that's kind of a clear general statement, is that when, Spirit wants to say, talk about movement, actions, all of that stuff. And then in the rest of the reading, I've got swords. It looks like you're on the right track, though. I highly recommend, again, I'm just going to throw out that if you could throw a rock, but be careful, don't throw it at anybody. Okay, Tammy? Just hold a rock or some of your crystals and something of the earth around you a little bit more. It looks like I've got the 9 of Swords reverse, saying that you're finally going to get some sleep. There is a peace coming. If you haven't felt it yet, there's a peace coming. Also, the 6 of Swords, moving into calmer waters. Lean on your husband a little bit. I think lean on him. I'm sure you lean on each other, but he's prominent in this reading. And I've also got the 2 of Cups. So there might be an opportunity for you to do something a little different with your man. Do you are you? I don't know if you're still here.
I am still here. Okay. And I was thinking I might, since we had a question for Maureen, that I might look that up. I don't know if she's coming up. Is she coming up on the list?
Yes. I'm going to do Marby first, but you keep looking for Maureen. Let's see. Okay. Lord, I broke a deck. The deck, what's that about? You're so funny. So, Assyrian loves you. Oh, that's so great. So, Cynthia was saying, great. Just hide behind the tree and don't look. Wish my kids would just let me be. Let you be, yeah, let me be me. Mm.
Let me ask Maureen. I don't. The name is. Did you get your chart done under your screen name or something? Because I am not finding it. I haven't made that listing that combines everybody's screen name and whatnot, but I cannot find you in there.
So, Maureen, if you have that, let us know. If you're not here, then we'll go on to the next. So I've got Marby, a general reading. Oh, yesterday was your birthday. Hello, happy birthday. You should have been first. Oh my goodness, because it was your birthday. Ah, oh, sweetheart. You know what they say about people who have birthdays? They live longer. I know that's like a dad joke. I'll just laugh by myself because Lalit is looking at things. Okay, sweetheart. I've got
Marby.
You've got Marby?
Yeah.
Let me give her a real quickie thing here. And
yeah.
So Spirit wants, I was going to say the Lord wants me to talk about money and what you have already built. And this is not just physical coin. This is your housing. This is all the goodwill you've collected and planted, because the first card out are Pentacles. But the blessing is coming here. You've got the Fool card. Congratulations for the next week. And it comes into the 10 of Cups, which is lovely, lovely, lovely. So also the eight of Pentacles is coming in. So it looks like you're in for a really awesome week. And it's with the Seven of Pentacles coming first, it tells me that you've manifested this good blessing that's coming your way because of the Seven of Pentacles. So what do you have for Marby?
Well, this would be like her solar return, because having a birthday, these are the transits for today, and this is like a solar return chart. So it's powerful for the first year. And Marby is building into a Saturn return. So she's either thinking of moving or changing house or trying to find a new family or something like that. No, Marby, I'm kidding. But you see, this is your fourth house, Saturn, and you have Saturn moving right into that place. So this is restructuring of your family situation, totally. And it is causing you a lot of anxiety with Neptune there. You're a little worried. So this is exactly what we're talking about, this kind of thing. And you have the Scorpio in the 12th house. You have Neptune in 22 degrees, right where that thing is happening. So it is a positive thing for your spiritual development. There's no doubt about that, although it won't seem that way at the time. So when it hits you, you might say, what possible good could come out of this? But it will. So be knowing that, yes, you are having a spiritual rebirth, totally. And this Mars Mercury thing is happening in your 12th house of intuition, of spiritual development, of third eye vision. You're going to be seeing things and getting downloads that are just going to blow your mind. So be ready for that kind of thing. And you're going to be, Debra said she's a new person. You're going to say that. You're going to say, I am not the same person I was. And it's going to be a very big awakening for you.
I like that.
And there could be big news you could have some career opportunities that come through that could come in a very surprising, sudden way.
Awesome. She says, I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. Thank you so much for being a member as well. I appreciate that. Did you find Maureen?
No.
Okay.
I don't have the
Oh,
name
that's
is
right.
not
That was
in
the
the
whole
file.
idea. So Maureen might have just gone home. No.
Maureen's not here?
Well,
okay.
Oh, she said she's here. And what we asked you, oh, she says, yes, it's under my screen name. I missed that. So it's under, she'll look again.
Well, I don't know what that would be.
Okay. Okay. Well, we can just do a general. I like my generals.
Okay.
Because first card out is Pentacles. Again, it looks like a new idea is coming your way. So, and it's going to excite you. So it's going to come like out of the blue. So we've got the Ace of Swords, which is new ideas, right? Epiphanies. And then right after that is the Eight of Wands, which it's like what comes with that idea is momentum. And I lost Lalit. So it's my show. It's all about me now. So what this means is that you get to have an idea plus momentum at the same time. I don't know about any of you, but sometimes I have these ideas and I write them down. I think I'll wait for the momentum because I have so many ideas. Now it may confuse you a little bit because you've got, because this new idea is going to have you open up new things. And with your mind being as sharp as it is, the, like a lot of people here, where you get this idea, you get momentum, and you have to act it out. You have to do something. You have to put something down on paper or whatever. And it might mean that it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to you, but Spirit is saying, don't give up. Success is right around the corner. So you're going to get a surge of energy, good energy. So remember, Spirit, when Spirit talks to us, it's an impulse. And so you want to make sure that you're quiet enough to actually hear the message. But it sounds like it's coming in pretty strong. So there we are. Bless you and leave you with that. Then it was all about me there for a while, Lalit.
It was. I was trying to find that file in the Inspire show for Marvy, for Maureen, and I couldn't find it. And I said, oh, shoot. And I X'd on the box up top and I shut down StreamYard again.
I like it when it's
I did it totally my fault. I'm going to blame Mercury on Mars.
Okay, there we are.
For stupidity.
Oh, Saturn. Okay.
You know, you want to hear of something funny that'll make you laugh in this? Yes. This is what happened to me. I almost caught on fire yesterday, which Mercury and Mars would be that. I was just waking up, and I before I take coffee, and I love my big, strong coffee, I've been told have water, big glass of water with electrolytes, and I have a little thing, a big, and you put electrolytes in the water, and I glug it down. But since my refrigerator broke, I had taken something out of my refrigerator, which was the same shape as the electrolytes, and I put that in my water, and it was niacin. And I drank like 2 or 3 grams of niacin. I almost had some spontaneous combustion. I had to get in the shower. I saw myself in the mirror. My whole body was like purple from head to toe. Oh I felt like I was on fire.
Oh my gosh.
I have to call the fire department.
I have noticed. I'm sorry that your refrigerator's on the link.
Again.
I have noticed that the more I need glasses, and I'm not used to wearing them all the time, there's a lot of things in my bathroom in the shape of a toothpaste container. So there you have it. You're not alone. Okay, so there we are.
Oh my God. All right. That's the
Okay.
Pluto area there, right there. Some Pluto humor, Mercury, Pluto humor. That's nasty.
Oh my gosh. So it's good to see you, sweetheart. And Spirit wants me to talk to you about your thoughts, your thinking. And we've got the Lovers and the Tower card right after that. So there's opposites. That's what lovers are. It could literally mean a lover, of course, but usually it means negotiating with people you, excuse me, people that mean a lot to you or you hope that would mean a lot to you, and they're opposites. So it could be someone that is a woman, but it has opposite ideas or something like that. But it's something you care about. Also, we've got the Tower. So Spirit is asking you to restructure your thinking. You will be invited out. Excuse me. You will be invited out for socializing. I hope you do go. We're all in free choice, as you know. So it looks like you may not want to go because you have very little patience. Sister, I'm with you. It's like, will I be able to
And
get
with Mercury together with Mars, patience is not the strong thing there. Patience is, you'll say, I don't care.
I know. I was thinking when I live in my house, I think I have room to negotiate and talk with people. I don't know, but Spirit is saying that you're going to have an opportunity to go out with others and socialize a bit, even though you might not have the patience for it. Spirit is saying you will be grounded enough to go out and have a good time. So I hope that serves you well. Restructuring your thinking. And we've got Mary Thorne. Barry, next. How does the 18th look for energy with the stars for No Kings demonstrations?
Well,
Nation.
I think that I've mentioned that.
Oh, you did?
Well, the 18th is right there next to the 20th.
That's right there next to the 20th.
Yeah, and the energy is strongest approaching. So a day or two before the culmination, which is the 20th. So it's going to be intense. But I do feel that progress is going to be made in this area, in what needs to happen. So
very true. Very true. That's a good question, Mary. Very good question. I don't think you had another. Okay.
I did it again.
My
screen's switched monitor, and I'm trying to move it, and
she's got so many technical. I mean, she's the mother of monitors and switchers and thisers and thaters, and then we lose her.
I'm sorry.
No, you're still here on camera.
I'm still here. Yeah.
You're still here. Red Dragon, what is coming my way in the near future? The major card came out for you, and also a couple of cards that are just minor cards, but I'm just going to mention them. So it does look like a little bump in the road coming up because I have a 3 of Swords. Now, everybody, when I had this card, this image created, I told my illustrator that I didn't want the swords to go through the heart because do you know that this is the most popular, not this particular image, but the 3 of Swords is the most popular image in the tarot. People have t-shirts about 3 of Swords. I think that's sad. That would be, but for the original deck, there's blood and guts coming on. I told Kate, I can't have that. So, because it's only a 3 and it's a broken heart, somebody's going to disappoint you and it's going to cause you an impulse to argue with it. Does Spirit want you to argue? There's good reason to argue. I mean, sometimes this love and light stuff, remember Jesus in the marketplace? Yeah. So, and it does look like there's a little trouble coming, and just stand your ground. And the way you stand your ground is perfect. Family is A-okay. It has nothing to do with family. But it looks like there's an opportunity for you to be bummed out about something and maybe have an impulse to say something a little on the mean side, which is fine if you feel like doing it, but you're going to have a good week. Just do what you like, my friend. Do what you like. Kelly's next.
And be happy.
And be happy. I like that. I like that. 9:36:3. Where are we? 1963. You're a 31-4 life path. Having a +3 +9. Having a 3 personal year. So this year has caught you a little bit off guard, I think, this in general this year, because you've gotten an awful lot of impulses for creativity and voicing your opinions. I'm talking about the whole year, because that's your personal year. But it looks like for the next week or so, you will be having the patience you need, and there will be good people around you. Spirit would like me to talk to you about your movements, your exercise, your walking around the block, walking around the house, walking your dog, walking your neighbor's dog. Any of that stuff will help you not give up. And it's like distracting. But it looks like there's a gentleman coming in, or someone who, see, it's a king. So it could be a father figure. But it also means it could be a landlord, someone that has dominion over you, or your rents, or something like that. But everything's going to be just fine. You've got patience coming in. It looks all positive. Just don't give up. Success is right around the corner. Even though some of our predictions with the stars, it says, oh, this week is going to be a dumpster fire. Believe me, last week was all good news. And I'm sure some of you had kind of a bad time. But
welcome, Linda de Gonzalez. She says she's sorry you're late. Well, we're glad you're here. Thank you for coming. You can rewind it after we're done.
Yeah, I really do. Thank you so much for coming. SR Kish, I'm good. You know what, sweetheart? This is going to be the last one because I'm over the hour. But she has a meeting coming up tomorrow, and wondered how it was going to go. Let me just see here. I have good news. Even though you're nervous about it, it's on your mind. And there is a grace about you that happens when you're a little nervous about meeting someone, or nervous about the outcomes of things. But everything is going to work out just fine. You'll be smooth as a cucumber. I do have the, if it's a boy you're meeting, I do have the Knight of Cups reversed, meaning that you just don't assume a whole lot of the meeting. Just know that it's the beginning of something, not the it's not. Yeah.
I just asked the rods if it would be a positive outcome for you, if you'd be happy with it, and it was a strong yes.
Yes. Awesome. Well, I'm sorry, I've got the Mons girl here that I won't be able to read for. Faye is here. These are new names for me. Tiffany, and anyway, Kelly, Red Dragon. Let me see how we got. All right. I am sorry I can't give any more readings because we're over and above our time. Edward, you're here. Thank you for coming, sweetheart. You're so late. Oh, Linda, it's always nice to see you in the group. You've been on so much. I love your shows with Gerald and about creativity. And my book is done. It's for pre-order. And so I'm excited about that. I have some time on my hands now. I think I'll get back to YouTube. Oh my gosh, this has been so fun. Thank you everyone for coming tonight. We'll be seeing you next week of every Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific. And take care of yourself.